stuff in there. What's that?
Hello, hello. Huh? I got it all later. How's everyone? A few more minutes for people to filter in. Get caffeinated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Try my scope cams focus in real quick. Which it's not. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, we got a couple more minutes, and we got a couple of announcements, and then we will kick this thing off. Now, there's a couple of folks out there that have already found some 2020s in their change. It was dimes primarily so far that have been found. I know the new quarters are out. They got released a few days ago for the America Samoa Fruit Bat. America the Beautifuls. So the chase will be on for those W's again. Same with the nickels, actually. Get the W nickel this year as their new addition to it. I figure for where we're at, it's going to take a while for all that to get here. So maybe hopefully in like the second part of the year, if we do some nickel boxes, maybe we'll find some. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so how was everybody? Hello to my lurkers. Hey, Bill. Rainy? Yeah, I saw. It's like you guys are getting a lot of rain over there right now. Even some tornado action going on over towards the east side. I wonder if that means we're getting an early start to tornado season this year. Had rain for 2 days. I mean, you are basically coastal, so I guess that makes sense. No winter, just rain. It's actually been that way here too. It's been weird. We've actually got an oddly high amount of rain this year during the winter. Granted, we're out in the desert, so we'll take rain anywhere we can get it. Should be 29, be 20 to 35 with snow. We've actually gotten below freezing here the last couple of nights. 2 nights ago, it got down to, I think, like 25. So, like, crazy cold for Tucson. For too much longer, be maybe 2 months, and it'll never get below 80 again. And then in 3 months, it's going to be back up to 110, 115 every day. So we'll enjoy it while we can. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get going with some announcements. Same announcements I always do, but I like to remind everybody. We've got the coin seminar coming up soon. So there's Ken Peavy's blog. You're going to want to keep an eye out on there for the schedule. You find out from him exactly which weekend it's going to be on. And then if you want to take part in it, there's Ken's email. Just hit him up and let him know what your Saturday at 12. So it's starting on Saturday? Or is it starting tomorrow night? Because he still doesn't have a schedule up for it. So I was thinking maybe they were doing it from the 21st to the 23rd. Okay, I didn't realize it was that close. Yeah, same here. He usually just automatically puts me on for Fridays right after Riser does the opening ceremony. So that means I need to hit and get with Ken tonight and let him know what I'm going to do. And check the actual schedule. That's somewhere quick. Give me 1 second. Messaging Ken real quick to find out some of the stuff about it. All right, so yeah, that's coming up. And also, want to remind everybody, you only have 4 days left to get in, submit your questions for Rick Snow. He's one of the top experts on coins anywhere in the U.S., so probably anywhere in the world. So don't miss out on your chance to actually be able to ask a foremost expert your biggest coin questions. That'll be your best chance to get it answered. And you'll know it's from somebody who knows what they're talking about. So again, just hit us up at our email, which I'll put right now. Shoot us an email, put in the subject line question for Rick, and let us know what question you want us to ask him when we do the interview. Just a reminder, everybody, it's not going to be a live stream interview. So you're not going to be able to ask questions and chat or anything. It's going to be, we're taking the camera gear to his shop, and we're going to do the interview and record it, and then bring it back and upload it. So if you want questions asked, you got to submit them beforehand so that we can ask him the questions. And Monday will be the last day. What kind of things would you ask? Things about coins? Or if you want to know anything about him? Those would be the types of things you'd want to ask. I don't know yet. I messaged him and I'm waiting for a response. So when he responds, I will let you guys know for sure which weekend it is. I'm keeping an eye out. I got my Facebook tab up so I see when he answers. Yeah, he hasn't put it up yet. That's why I was asking him if it's this weekend or if it's later in the month, because he usually has the schedule up a couple of weeks beforehand. I'm pretty sure he's not going to try and start it on Valentine's Day. So I got a feeling it's probably going to end up being the 21st or the 23rd, but take that with a grain of salt. Like I said, I'm waiting for him to answer and let me know for sure. So, all right. So yeah. So if anybody has any questions you want to ask Rick, make sure you submit them to our email or go to the VD Day. Or go to our video where we announced the interview and leave your question in a comment below. All right, hang on. He's responding right now. All right, looks like there's not actually a set date for it yet. All right, I will let you guys know more when I know. Hey, Bill J. Excuse me. All right. Well, let's get this thing going. Hey, Coin Roll Craig. So, we got almost every lot tonight is new stuff, guys. So, hopefully you guys like some of it. As usual, our lot list, for those of you that aren't on the mailing list, our lot list is on our Facebook page. If you want to go look at it, here's the link for that. And it'll be the second post down. So if anybody wants to go check the lot list, it is up. I got it up about, I don't know, 40 minutes ago.
Half an hour.
Alright, so today we're starting with something a little different. We got a coin binder that's got 12 pages. It holds 9 each. And it is a 3-ring. It's got the D ring. But it's not the 2x2 pages. It's the smaller ones. The little 1.5 by 1.5s fit in here. These are actually too small for the 2x2s. But there are 12 pages, so you can fit 108 of either the 1x1s or the 1.5 by 1.5s. And I mean, the thing is brand new. It doesn't look like it's really ever been used. And this thing is going for $5 if anybody wants it. You wanted to talk to me about the Facebook page? Or are you talking to somebody else?
I think he's talking about someone else. Or talking to someone else. Nope. Here.
Yeah, just hit me up through email, Bill. Okay. Alright, so is anybody interested in this one? Again, you're getting 12 pages in there. You can hold 9 coins per page. It's brand new.
The what? 1x1.
So the 1x1s are the 1.5 by 1.5s.
Yeah.
Are the pages safe to put coins directly into them? I mean, you could.
I don't know what material.
Most pages nowadays, it's not rubberized. It's the stiffer plastic, so you should be safe on that. I usually don't recommend putting coins straight into pages just because, you know, if you move the book wrong or move it too fast, there's a chance the coin can just fly right out of the slot.
Or if you accidentally drop it.
Hold on a second. Alright. It looks like, at least for right this second, the coin seminar is on hold. So I'll let you guys know when that's going to actually be happening down the road. It looks like the people that usually put it together are just too busy to get it thrown together right now. Can you buy the smaller? Yeah, the smaller ones are out there available. I don't have them, but I'm sure somebody can buy. You can get them somewhere. I've seen them around. All right. Oh, I'm going to move on. So if anybody decides you want this book, let me know. Well, they work really well for stamps too. You go there. All right. Next up, we've got a full set. This is an uncirculated set from Bulgaria. It's a 7-coin set. And this one is going for $4. And if nobody wants this one tonight, I'm just going to keep this thing and add them to my world collection. Because I know for a fact there's at least a few of these I don't have. So if you want this, you got to get it tonight, or you won't see it again. You'd have to get it next month. It's not going to be here next month. So the coins in there, you see right there, are the 1, 3, 5, 10, 20, 25, and the 50 stotinkis. Which is basically their version of the penny. Focused a little better. There we go. Now you can see it a little better. Except for the glare. There we go. Alright. Last call on this guy. we are moving on. Oops. All right, next up, this one's just kind of a novelty set. This is a reproduction of the 1936 in proof format. So these are reproductions of all of the coins that were released in 1936. So you got the Mercury, the Washington Quarter, the Walking Liberty Half, the Buffalo Nickel, and the Wheat Cent. Now, of course, in 1936, these three would have been silver. In this set, they're not. They're clad. And this one's going for $3. And it does say on every single one of them that it is a copy. Now, if you want it, bid on it. We'll hold it for you. I don't mind putting this guy on hold for you till next month. Cool. I should put a note on it that it's, you know, pay on the 3rd. It's 3rd, right? Bill, that's the 3rd of the month that you can make the payments, right? Okay. Yeah, so I got it marked on there. We'll pay on March 3rd. All right, awesome. All right. We'll bring this camera down some now because we're in actual smaller coinage. All right, we do have a few new foreign silvers for you guys tonight. Got a Costa Rica set. They got some cool coins. All right, we're kicking off the foreign silvers with a 1913A 3 mark from Germany, 90% silver and extremely fine. Going for $15. Ooh, focus. Pretty rare. We've gone through a lot of German coinage in our time, and finding them in this good a condition from that far back is actually kind of rare. And the DREI, D-R-E-I, is the German for 3. It's dry. Yeah. Yeah, Germany's got 5 mints, each with its own mint letter. So, don't remember all the letters right off. But yeah, they got 5 mints. All right, last call on this one. 15 bucks, 90% silver, extremely fine. Very cool design. All right, we're moving on. Ooh. You may decide you want that one. Let me know. All right, next up, we got the 1975 F 5 marks from Germany. It is the silver proof, 62.5% silver. Only 250,000 of these were ever minted. And this one is going for 12 bucks. So you got a low mintage to begin with. I'm sure probably a lot of these have been melted down throughout the years. So here's your chance to get a hold of a rare one. Looking for 12 bucks. A really neat design. Yeah, they're talking about it. Talking about exiting the EU. All right, last call on this guy. Yeah, probably. I think we're definitely going to see some destabilization over in that area before too much longer. All right, we are moving on. All right, next up, we got another low mintage. This one is the 1995 F 10 mark, 62.5% silver, and it is the silver proof with only a 400,000 mintage. And again, this one is going for 12 bucks. Interesting looking critter. Yeah, I can see that. Sounds like a kind of a tribal look. Right, last call on this one. Yeah, it is very neat. All right, moving on. All right, this next one. I know if DeCone was here, he would love this one. This is the 1964 50 shilling from Austria, 90% silver, brilliant uncirculated. And the toning on this thing is absolutely amazing. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it on camera. But, I mean, it's just colors everywhere. The cameras never really want to see the toning. But this thing is rainbow. Let's see if I can get the light better so you can actually see the colors. Yeah, cameras just not wanting to see it. But, I mean, this thing's got blues and greens and reds and orange and all kinds of cool colors. Camera's just not wanting to see it. But this one is going for 18 bucks. I really wish the camera could see the colors. Honor coin has older silver round shields on it. Is this one a proof? It's hard to tell the proofs on these sometimes because the proof ones and the regular ones look the same. Okay, so it's a really tone proof. Let me change that on the thing real quick. All right, last call on this one, 18 bucks. Again, I really wish you guys could see the colors. Whoever buys this, you're going to be blown away by the toning when you see it in person. If nobody buys it, I'll see if I can get photos of it with a regular camera and get the colors. Oh, they're definitely there. All right, we're going to move on. Put white under it. You think that'll work? Try. Hey, Big Bang. Trying Bill's idea to see if this coin will show its colors. Yeah, not really. See a little bit down by the skis. But you just cannot see what it looks like. Look at it, when you're looking at it in person, it's got blue, green. It's like a blue ring on the outside, and then a green line inside of that, and then the middle goes to red and then orange. So, all right. Like I said, I'll try and get some photos of it and put them up on the Facebook page. All right. Getting back into the lower stuff, the lower mintage. One of the most collected foreign silver coins out there. At a mintage of only 300,000. The 1966 1 Balboa from Panama in brilliant uncirculated 90% silver. I'm going for 30 bucks. And this thing is blingin' BU. This is, outside of America, one of the most sought after coin series there is. And this thing, I wish I didn't have to sell it because this thing is insanely gorgeous. Looking for 30 bucks, anyone? What's the silver weight? I don't know. I'd have to look it up real quick. You see the fields on the front? Sure. Oh yeah, that's on the back, huh? Hang on a sec. Let me switch to the scope. Alright, this one's going to Coin Roll Craig. Just to answer the question real quick. 26.73 grams at 90% silver. But I mean, you can really see here. This thing is clean. Not a thing wrong. All right, congrats, Coin Roll Craig. I hate to let this one go. But you are going to love that coin. All right. Next up, we got, this one's from Bermuda. This is the 1959 1 crown from Bermuda, 925 sterling silver. Brilliant uncirculated, only 100,000 of these were ever minted. And this one is going for 30 bucks. Just like that Balboa before this one, this thing is beautiful. Excuse me. Looking for 30 bucks. Anyone? Only 100,000 of these ever made. You got to figure from 1959 to now, probably at least half of these have been melted down. I think we can safely say that they are not all out there anymore. This coin is gorgeous. Oh, there's a market for them. You just got to dig a little deeper. There are collectors out there that collect exclusively foreign coins from different countries. All right, last call on this one. All right, we are moving on. All right, Fred just came in at the end saying, I'll take it. Sold the big bank. Don't forget, big bank, you still got that other one from the other night sitting here waiting on you. Playing pool tonight? Cool. Well, the Flying Eagles will be up in 6 lots. So starting at 6 lots. Yeah, that's fine, man. So if you wanted to see the Flying Eagles, you might want to hang out for just a few more minutes. All right, we got one more Bermuda Crown. This one's the 1964. It's a 50% silver. Still BU. Mintage of only 450,000. This one's going for 12 bucks. Looking for 12 bucks on this guy. Okay. Pick it up without touching the face. Another absolutely gorgeous coin. Last call on this one, 12 bucks. All right, we're moving on. If you decide you want that one, let me know. All right, and next up we got a silver round, just a 1 ounce silver round. It's an interesting silver round because it used to be an onza from Mexico. But somebody polished off the front and then turned it into a thank you card. So kind of an interesting thing for somebody to do for a thank you card. And this one is going to Fred. Mr. Big Bank. Adding to that silver pile. Yeah. All right. Next up, going into pennies. We got some rolls. Kicking off with a 2009 Philadelphia Early Childhood 2009 roll. It's a never been opened. Full BU roll of the early childhoods. There we go. I can actually see it. It's like the top one got a little crud on it over the years. No formative years tonight. And actually, for this one, you know what? For this one being a bank roll, not a mint roll, I'll drop this one to $3. So this one is $3. And it is going to Bill Betts. Congrats, Bill. All right. And the next 3 rolls. Bill Betts beat you, Bill 457. The next 3 rolls are mint rolls. They're all the 2009 Denver professional. Actually, no, they're not all Denvers. One's a Denver, 2 Philadelphia. These are the professional life mint rolls. 1 Denver, 2 Phillies. $5 a piece. Any takers on these? And these are going to stay $5 a piece because these are actual mint rolls. So if you're hoping I'm going to drop these to 3, I'm not gonna. Last call. And we're into the Flying Eagles. All right, we are moving on. If anybody decides you want one of those, let me know. All right, next item up. It's 1857 Flying Eagle in fine. Going for 22 bucks. Let's get this a little better lined up here. And this one's going to DeCone for 22. Congrats, sir. The largest small letters are the 58s, Bill, not the 57s. All right, now we've also got an 1857 in very good. And this one's going for 18. Bill, we have 6 boxes of those available right now. They're just not on the list. You want one? Or 2? Or 6? I'll sell you all 6 of them. Yeah, trying to get this thing in the light. Kind of a pain in the butt. Looking for 18 bucks. Anyone? Because DeCone wants another one. All right, going to DeCone. Congrats, sir. All right. And then we've got the next 2 items. You want one box tonight? Okay, Bill. Let me grab it real fast. One sec, guys. There you go, Bill. Let me mark it on here real quick. If anybody wants one of those, that's the thing that Bill Betts just bought was one of the 100 boxes of the foreigns for 15 bucks. We got 5 more if anybody wants one. All right. Back to what we were doing. All right, the next 2 items, we got 2 more of the 1857s. They're both in good condition, so these are going for 14 bucks each. So here's the first one. I don't care if you guys put numbers in chat, you know that. And this one is going to Bill 457. And then here is the second one. Again, 14 bucks. Any takers on this last one? 14 bucks. Last call. All right, we are moving on. All right, and then next item, we do have one 1858 large letters in very good. Going for 18. Any takers on this one? $18.58 large letters. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know, for the 58 large and small letters, what you're looking at to tell the difference is the A and the M. If they're touching, like these two are, that's the large letters. If there's a space between them, that's the small letters. So that one is a large letters. It's kind of like the wide and close AMs. It's an easy way to remember it. I'll show you it under the scope over here. All right, last call on this one. Going for 18. A little better. All right, moving on. Now we're getting into Indians. Got a new batch of Indians in that I think you guys might like. Give me a sec. I'm going to get some of this put up real quick. All right. What tribe? The Copper Tribe. Actually, this one would be the Copper Nickel Tribe to begin with. Starting off 1859, the first year of the Indian census. There are two of these available in good, $8 a piece. Here's number 1. And here's number 2. Yep, these are the old Cuppernickels, the same planches that the Flying Eagles used. Hey, coin digging. Notice how he pops up right when the Indians come out. Any takers on these? $8 a piece, both in good. It's like he sensed it. He felt the disturbance in the force and knew that there was Indians. Hey, Roy. If you see something you want, can you wait till Saturday? Yeah, that's fine. All right, and then for these, we also have 2 59s that are in very good. So again, these 2 are the goods. These are $8 a piece. And then here are the very goods. These are $10 a piece. Hey, you're welcome, Roy. By the way, all your packages went out yesterday. So for those of you that had packages shipped, you're starting out new packages today. So that's the first one, and then here is the second one in very good. Going $10 each. God. Hang on a sec. I need to get my camera adjusted real quick. This is driving me nuts. All right, last call on all the 59s. Oh, I never put that up. So again, the very goods are $10 each, and the goods are $8 each. Flat broke, you might want to not watch for the next few minutes then. Hey, Annie, yeah, I still got your package here. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still got a package here. All right, moving on. So we got some of the good days going on today. Some of the harder to get ones. Right. Next up is the 1860 in good. Again, going for $8. I'm gonna start getting the old Silver Eagles. Heck yeah, why not? And this one might actually have a minor cut on it. Right there. Price are going to jump up, you think? That's a possibility, considering this is the last year of the classic design for the Silver Eagle. Next year, they're changing the reverse. All right, last call on this one. 1860 Indian cent, $8. All right, moving on. Next up, we got the 1861. This one's in about good. And believe it or not, in about good, $10 is still a really good price. Have a good night, Bill. This is still sitting at about half price, even in this grade. Any takers? If you're earning any money, you'll take some of the unsold. Yeah, just hit me up with an email if you want. All right, we're going to move on to the 1862 in VF at $14. Check that puppy out. That is a good, solid VF. Coin digging, drooling. Any takers? $14. I do not have an 1877 ACS. I wish I did. That is the hardest year to get. That's the primary key date for this series. 1877s, even in about good, are like $300. All right, and then we've also got, and also in 1862, we also have a very good, which is this one. Hey, Mint State Numismatics. So this one's going for $6. So you got the VG at $6, or you can do the VF at 14. That you do. You've got what, one complete collection, right, Coin Digging? right, last call in the 62s. You got a damaged one? Hey, at least you can say you've got one. Damaged or not. All right, we're moving on to the 1863 in EF. Going for 20 bucks. How often do you see them from this far back and extremely fine? Dakone, I'm guessing ACS's question is directed at you. Want to know how much damage is on yours? Look for 20 bucks. Anyone? A bunch. Last call on this one. Nope, I don't have any of the 1909 S's. Not right now. Don't have the 08s either. All right, we're moving on. All right, this next one, this one's probably going to be mainly for the serious Indian collectors here. This is the 1864 copper nickel. If you remember, in 1864, they switched over to the bronze plangets, but they had both types. This is the copper nickel type. An extremely fine 3 out of 5 diamonds. And this one is going for 50 bucks. Any takers? It's the copper nickel coin digging. Or copper nickel, however you want to say it. Yeah, this thing is nice. Last call on this one. Going for 50 bucks. That is a really good price on this. Leaves you plenty of room to make money with it down the road. Okay, coin digging. Oh, all right, we are moving on. So yeah, just hit me up by email, coin digging. Next up, we got the 1865 in fine, going for 14 bucks. Okay. You know I'll always work with you, coin digging. So it's got that dark chocolate look, so makes it a little harder to get on the light really good. It's not that your money's not good, it's just that you don't have it. God, this one is tough to get lit up. Last call. Hey, Silver. Last call, 1865 in fine, 14 bucks. Just giving me some grief. I'm getting it good on camera. All right, coin digging. All right, moving on. Next up, we got a Woody. Oh, come on. Knock it off. All right, come on. Work with me, program. There we go. All right, next up, we got an 1865 in very good, and this one is a Woody. And when I say Woody, I mean Woody. That is a strong Woody. Check that out. I gotta show you this under the scope. It was going to Decone, but I still want you guys to see it under the scope. Congrats, Decone. Look at that. That is awesome. And it's both sides. That is very cool. All right, that one's going to Decone. Congrats, Decone. All right, and then we got one more 1865. This one is in good. And going for 8 bucks. Another kind of dark one. Switch back to overhead. You should get back into doing videos. So $8 for this one. 1865 and good. I'm going to spend a long time on this one, so I'm going to go last call. All right. All right, we're moving on. I've got another one of the big dates coming. This is the 1867 in good condition. Going for $20. There we go. I think I found a light position for these. This is another one of those harder to get dates. All right, last call on this one. Cindy was here on Monday. She picked up a couple of things. She's just not modding for us anymore. All right, moving on to the 1868 in good. Going for $15. Any takers? $15. Our next three Indians are coming from the 70s. Anybody who knows Indians knows how hard the 70s are to get. Last call on this one. Over 15. The 73 is an open 3. moving on. Speaking of which, that's the one that we're on. Let me add it to it. Open 3. So this is the 1873 Open 3. Indian cent and very good. Going for 15 bucks. I'll show you what you're looking for on the open and closed. So you're looking at the date, obviously. Get closer. All right. So if you can see my pointer, you're looking at the balls on the end of the 3. If it was the closed 3, the tops of each one of these would line up with the top, or with right there on the little point in here. But because this one's above and this one's below, that makes it the open 3. So basically, it's a smaller gap between here and here for the closed 3 than it is the open. So that is what you were looking for these. And the closed 3 is worth a lot more, by the way. All right, last call on this one. All right, we are moving on to the 1875. And about good. Going for $9. Believe it or not, yes, even in about good. This is still a $9 is a good price. Because this is the second most key date of the series. Other than the 09S. This one and the 9S are about tied. And then of course the 77 is the Uber date. Looking for $9, anyone? Last call on this one. we are moving on. And the last Indian of the night is the 1879. In good condition. Going for $6. Last call on this one. Man, no love for Indians tonight. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those, let me know. All right, I'm going to move the camera way up now. Give me a sec. All right, next item up is we've got a Jefferson Nickel album, and it is full. And it is going for $50. So starting at 1938. Ooh, little blur. Turn that glare down a bit. Come on. All right. That's about as good as I'm going to get it, I think. As far as the lighting goes. No, these are not all average circulated. There's your 38s. And you get into your war nickels. There's actually a fairly mixture of grades in these. But there are some good grades in these. You got all your war nickels. The 1950D is a BU. And that's one of the harder dates of the Jefferson series. That one's brilliant uncirculated. And you got some AUs and BUs going on through here. You get the rest of your 50s. And then I went ahead and where it stops on the date, I went ahead and filled it for the rest of it. So you got the 62s, the 63s, the 64s, and then for the last coin, I put in a proof nickel, 1957 proof, for the last slot. So yeah, this is going for 50 bucks. Full album, including the hard dates. The last time we had one of these, it got into a bidding war and sold for like, I think 68 bucks. This time I figured I'll just give somebody a shot at it for 50 even. And again, that 1950D, which is one of the hardest ones to get, that one's a BU. All right, last call on this one. And that 51S right there, that's either AU or BU. Looks like a BU. And then, of course, because it's the full set, for the 42, you've got the non-silvers and the silvers. All right. We're going to move on. If anybody decides you want that, let me know. All right. Next up is our first showcase item for the night. Bring it back down. This is the 1842 New Orleans seated Liberty dime and very fine. Some focus going. And this one is going for 130. My phone. Aha. Let me grab you guys' stats on this one. Alright. See the dimes. $42 New Orleans. Alright, so original mintage was 2 million. Estimated survival in all grades, 400. So this one is definitely a survival rarity. And even at a VF25, list price is 160. At a VF30, you'd be up to 200. You got a shot at this one right now. 130 bucks. One of 400 estimated to survive. Any takers? Last call. All right, we're going to move on. If you decide you want that, let me know. All right, I'm going to take a short intermission. And then we will be back with some very, very good condition barber quarter or barber dimes. And still a lot more American silver to come. So hang out. I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright, Barber Dimes. It's the best place to start with the Barber Dimes. Hey, Rich. Let's start at the beginning. How about an 1892 in AU? Going for 45 bucks. Check that puppy out. You know what? I'm going to do these under the scope so you guys can see them better. Because these deserve to be seen well. Check that out. 1892 AU. Looking for 45 bucks. Let's get some of that dark silver toning going on. This thing is gorgeous. Any takers on this one? 45. It's not often you see an 1892 in AU. Anybody? Yeah, this thing's gorgeous, Rich. Last call. All right, moving on. Next up, we got the 1899 San Francisco in fine. Going for 23 bucks. So you got full Liberty. You got most of the wreath detail. Any takers? 23 bucks. Last call. Everybody went quiet all of a sudden. What happened? I'll do 20 for you, Rich. Going to Rich for 20 bucks. Congrats, sir. You are very welcome. All right, next up, we got the 1901 in very fine. This one's going for 8 bucks. This thing is dang close to being an EF. And this one is going to Rich for 8 bucks. Congrats, Rich. All right. Next up, we've got. Oh. Yep, that was the wrong one. All right, hang on. I didn't even notice that. Oh, where'd it go? That's the 1901. You still want it for the 8 bucks, Rich? And I realized it got backwards in my stack. Yep, cool. So that would be why I thought the other one looked VF or EF, because it is. It's the 1902 in extremely fine. So this one is an EF. This one's going for 18. So this is that one you guys saw before. For 18 bucks. Any takers on this one? Yes, Rich. Yours are on the way from the last one. So you're going to be starting a new one. Last call on this one. 1902 and extremely fine for 18 bucks. All right, moving on to the 1905 in very fine. Going for 8 bucks. Hey Trent, how you doing tonight? And this one's going to Rich for 8 bucks. Congrats, Rich. Next up, we got the 1905 San Francisco in very fine. Going for 14 bucks. Any takers on this one? Last call. Looking for 12. I can meet you in the middle and do 13. Do we go 13 on it? 13? Cool. Going to Rich for 13. All right. Next item up. We've got the 1906 plain date and extremely fine. Going for 16 bucks. And this one would be a decently high VF. There's still a good bit of luster on this thing. Just a little bit too much wear on it. Like up on that leaf right there. So I wasn't quite comfortable calling it an AU. For 16 bucks, that is a great price. Last call on this one. Oh, we have 2 of these available, by the way. So that's the first one. Here is the second one. So 16 bucks each. Both of them look fantastic. In fact, this one's probably slightly closer to AU than the other one. So the first person to bin one, I'll let you decide which one you want. I do have the coin binder still, Rich. It's right here. If you look at the over in the my little picture, it's got 12 pages in it. Each page holds. It doesn't hold the 2x2s. It holds the 1.5 by 1.5. You can fit 9 per page. Did you want that? Cool. Let me put your name on it real quick. All right, we're going to move on. To our last barber dime of the night. This is the 1907 in extremely fine. Going for 18. All right, the last call on this one. We are moving on. If anybody decides you want any of those barbers, let me know. And we got one Mercury dime tonight. It is the 1937 plain date in AU plus. Going for $5. The only reason this isn't a BU is just because right there at the highest point, there's a little bit of wear. So this thing probably got spent once. And then somebody nabbed it out of circulation. For $5. Going to Rich. Congrats, Rich. All right. We'll switch back to the overhead. And we got our second showcase item of the night coming. This is the 1853 Arrows and Rays Seated Liberty Quarter in extremely fine, going for $100. This thing is gorgeous. Any takers on this one at $100? If anybody out there wants to get a nice collection of Seated Liberties, this would be a fantastic start or a fantastic addition. Last call on this one. All right. If anybody decides you want that, let me know. All right. So for anybody of you that are on the the YouTube Coin Community Facebook page or our Facebook page, you know that we recently found our first W a couple of weeks ago. And here it is. We're offering it to you guys. Now, this one is an AU, but it is the American National Park, or Memorial Park, West Point quarter. Going for $5. Because it is only an AU. Got a little bit of circulation before we got a hold of it. There's what you're looking for with these. A W mint marker right there. Any takers at $5? On last call on this one. All right, we're going to move on. All right, next up is our only graded coin of the night. And it is the 1967 SMS Kennedy half dollar. MS67 Cameo. Anybody who knows SMSs, you know how hard it is to find Cameo on these things. Created by NGC, going for $85. Sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera there. Any takers? $85. Last call. are moving on. To the 1986 proof Statue of Liberty half dollar. Going for $5. This deep cameo. That is white on black. Going for $5. Any takers? Last call. All right, moving on to the 1991 Mount Rushmore Denver matte finish. So this is the one that had the special matte finish on it. This one's going for $5. It is BU. Golden anniversary. Going to Rich for $5. Congrats, Rich. All right. Let's get back into some silver now. Because now we are on to Morgan's. Which I'm sure a bunch of you have probably been waiting for. Starting off with the 1878 San Francisco Morgan dollar in fine. Going for $25. It's the first year the Morgans were ever made. For $25, you can't complain. Your estimate marker right down there. Any takers? $25. Last call. we're moving on. Next up is the 1883 New Orleans in AU. Going for 25. Any takers on this one? This one is going to Flash. Congrats, Flash. All right. Next up, we've got the 1885 plain date in AU. Got some toning going on around the edge. Some nice patina. $25. And then we've also got the same date, 85 plain in a fine for 22. So if anybody wants this one for 22 bucks, there's the one in fine. And then, of course, the AU is 25 bucks. Any takers on either of those? Last call on both. All right, we're moving on to the 1887 plain date brilliant uncirculated. Going for 35. Focus that in a little better. There we go. Over 35 bucks. Last call. All right, moving on. Next up, 1891 San Francisco and fine. Going for 26. It's one of the bit better dates of the Morgan series. Any takers? 25 bucks. Last call. All right, moving on. Next up is the 1898 plain date. Brilliant uncirculated. Going for 35 bucks. Any takers on this one? Last call. All right, we are moving on to the 1898 San Francisco in VF. It's one of the harder dates. This one's going for 30 bucks. Any takers on this one? Last call. All right, moving on. Our last Morgan of the night. This is the 1900 New Orleans. Brilliant uncirculated. Nobody got the W. It's still here, Matthew. It's $5. This one's going for $35. Did you want it? You'll take it? All right, cool. Oh, let me grab it out. There you go. W. American Memorial Park. You're welcome. All right, looking for $35 on this one. 1900 New Orleans and BU. Man, not much interest in Morgans tonight, guys. All right, last call. Yeah, Matthew, we always hold package for anybody who wants us to. You'll still get charged the shipping tonight, but it just means your shipping will be covered.
Unless you go overweight.
Unless you go over and have to get upgraded. All right, we're moving on. Next up, we have some peace dollars finally. Been trying to get these things for a while. There's been a drought of peace dollars in Tucson lately. But we finally got some. All right. Starting off with the 22 plain date BU. We have two available. $25 each. And that is that's clean BU. That's probably gem. So there's the first one. Yeah, that one might actually be worthy of getting graded. And then here is the second one. $25 each. Any takers? I know we've had some people asking for these. God, that thing is pretty. Got one for you. Would you try to find for sure? Yeah, Annie, you'd be fine. You're in a small flat rate box. You have plenty of room. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, you're only like halfway full. Last call. Did you want to add one? All right, I will give you the really pretty one. And we are moving on to a 1922 San Francisco in extremely fine. Over 22. Yeah, you got the good one. Don't worry. This one's going to Hidden. Congrats, Hidden. Hidden for 22. You're welcome, Annie. All right, next one up. Again, we got two of these available. These are the 23 plain dates. Both are brilliant uncirculated, and both are 25 bucks. Here is the first one. And here is the second one. And that's another one that might be gem. So the first person that says Ben, I'll give you this one. That thing is, I mean, barely even any contact marks. Yeah, that thing's probably gem. Over 25 bucks each. Last call on these two. All right, we are moving on. The 1923 San Francisco in AU. Going for 23 bucks. We've got a little bit of toning going on. And this one is going to Hidden. Congrats, sir. That's going to put you, I think, overweight, Hidden. So you're going to be in the small flat right now. Yeah, you're going to be in the small flat right now. So you're going to get the upgraded shipping fee. All right. Now we got some a commemorative dollar up next. This is the 2014 Civil Rights Act. 90% silver matte finish. Silver dollar in BU. Going for 22 bucks. This is a very beautiful dollar. Looking for 22 bucks. Anyone? And there weren't many of these made. But the way that is with that matte finish, just makes it look really nice. Last call on this one. Turn that light down a bit. All right, moving on. All right, before we get to these really cool sets, I've got one of every SMS set available at $12 a piece. So if anybody wants one of these at 12 bucks, just let me know which year you want. Here's the 65. that was issued in an envelope. Let me raise this camera up actually, because I'm going to need it higher next anyway. There you go, the special mint set for 1965. Of course, means your Kennedy half dollar is the 40% silver. And they all have the satiny finish to them. And I always like to remind people, if you ever want to get something like this graded, you have to send it in like this. You cannot take it out, because they have to remove it from the SMS set themselves, or it will not get the SMS on the slab. So always remember that. Of course, also that means you have to pay the, what is it, like an extra $8 fee just for them taking it out. So there's the 65. And then here is the 66. Of course, in the blue box. Again, 40% silver Kennedy. And the 67. Again, 40% silver on the Kennedy. So, all right, last call on these. 12 bucks each. Just let me know which year you want. If somebody wants all 3 years, I'll do all 3 years as a set for 30 bucks. So you'll be getting them for 10 bucks each instead. So $12 each individually. Hey, Ramon. $12 individually or all 3 years for 30 bucks. You came in at the end, Ramon. We've only got a little bit left. Last chance. You can get all 3 years right now for 30 bucks. Stuck at work. All right. we are moving on. All right, so coming up next is the special sets. Starting off is the Lewis and Clark Coins and Currency set. Comes in the box that it originally came in. And you slide that out. And you've got, I don't know if they're supposed to have two of these or not, but it's got two book inserts. Oh yeah, these are different. Hey, all good, man. So you get both of those books with it. And then yeah, that guy comes with it. And you get a stamp with both of them individually. And then a stamp of them together. You also get the Lewis and Clark nickel, the Lewis and Clark piece metal silver dollar. That's the 90% silver dollar. The Sacagawea dollar. And then the keelboat nickel also comes with this set. I don't know what the Sacagawea has to do with the Lewis and Clark set, but hey, why not? All right, and then the really cool thing, this is not the real bill. This is a copy of the obverse of this bill, but it was stamped with the original plate that was used to make the real ones. And it does talk about that in here. Produced by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. This specimen of the obverse of the United States Note Series 1901 was printed from a plate prepared from the original master die. George E. Rose Jr. engraved the lettering and numerals. And then it goes on to talk about all the rest. So, all right, we're looking for $50 for this set. So you're getting all four coins, the silver dollar. It comes with this stamped by the original plate. All three uncirculated and stamps. And the metal. Silver plated bronze duplicate of piece metal presented by Lewis and Clark. So that's silver plated. It's a very awesome set, guys. So 5 coins, 3 stamps, a medal, and the specimen stamped by the original plate. All right, last call on this set. Again, looking for $50 for this set. All right, we're going to move on. Let me know if you decide you want this set. Oh, Joe Durbin just came in right at the end. This is going to Joe Durbin. Congrats, Joe. You're very welcome. Nice to see you. How you been? All right, next up, this one is going to be very cool for anybody who is, has been, or knows somebody who has been in the military. This is the 2012 Infantry Soldier Dollar and Dog Tag set, going for $40. So you're, of course, getting the silver West Point proof dollar. And then it comes with an infantry dog tag. Kind of a neat touch. There's your reverse of the West Point infantry dollar. And then your specs. Only 350 of these were made. Or 350,000 of these were made across all options. 90% silver, West Point mint mark. So going for $40 for the coin and dog tag set. It's got the matching cross rifle symbol. And this one is going to Joe. Congrats, Joe. And the next set is the Little Rock coin and metal set. United States Mint Little Rock coin and metal set. So that slides out of there like that. So you got the 2007 silver dollar, recognition and education. Here's the reverse. And then it also comes with a bronze medal. Or that might just be a copper round. Of course, a bunch of information about it. And then there's the reverse of the medal. And this was going to Joe. Congrats, Joe. Joe's just cleaning up on all these sets. He's like, mine, mine, mine. Go away, everybody. That one's mine. Alright, next up we got the Benjamin Franklin Coin and Chronicles set. Mr. Franklin. Coin and Chronicle set. 1706 to 2006. So this one comes with a book that's, let's see if I can show this. That's the set, that's the book. So it slides out from there. And that's the Poor Richard Improved, an almanac for 1758. So that is actually a really neat thing that's included with that. And then, of course, you get the actual set, which is the Franklin Silver Dollar. It's a snake on it. You get 3 uncirculated Franklin stamps. Of course, it's got some info. A 4th uncirculated Franklin stamp. And then it's got a printing of the Continental Congress. So this one's going for $35. So that's just awesome that you get this almanac for it. That is really cool. I can just imagine the amount of information that's in this thing. God, this thing is nuts. It's crazy how much stuff is in here. That is nuts. Last call on this one, $35. That's right, we're going to get it all put back in. Any takers? Get the book put back in. All right, we're going to move on. If anybody decides you want that one, let me know. All right, next one is the Bald Eagle Coin and Metal set. This one will be going for $30. United States Mint. Bald Eagle coin and metal set. So you got your Bald Eagle silver dollar. One of the coolest designs for the silver dollars, in my opinion. And then the Bald Eagle copper or bronze round. So this one's going for 30 bucks. Any takers? Last call. I love the design on that coin. Of all the commemorative dollars, that is my favorite out of every single one we've ever made. All right, we are going to move on. As soon as I get this put up. All right, the last item of the night is actually a straight up auction item. It's a starting bid, not a bin. And the reason for that is because I have a feeling there's a few people that are going to be interested in trying to get a hold of this thing. Because this is the only way you can get the 1994 Philadelphia matte proof quarter or nickel. So this is the Jefferson coin and currency set. Starting bid is $55. Comes with the booklet. Joe Durbin at 55. There is the silver dollar. Jefferson. And there is the matte proof full steps nickel. The SMS release. And then it also comes with a perfectly crisp, uncirculated 1976 $2 bill. And there's your reverses. Monticello. How cool would it be if they changed the nickel to that design? That would be so much nicer than what we're using right now. See? Boring, beautiful. Boring, beautiful. Anybody from the mints watching? Switch the nickel to that. All right, we got Joe at 55. Anybody looking in to come in at 56? That nickel is probably worth just about the same amount as that dollar. I don't know. Let me check. Nickel, Jefferson. Special release, 94p. Load. 167,703 of these were made. That's it. And yeah, list price on that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this probably is not a 70. But hey, you never know. But even at a 69, 40 bucks. So yeah, that nickel might be worth more than the silver dollar. So if Joe takes this at 55, that's going to be a steal. But we're going to go last call. Let's don't forget, you're also getting that. Uncirculated 1976 $2 bill. All right, Joe's taking it at 55. Congrats, Joe. You are very welcome. Make sure you take care of this set, dude. All right, is there anything anybody missed that you wanted revisited? Because that was the last item. We still got Morgans. We still got Peace Dollars. We still got the full Jefferson nickel book. That's still available. We only sold one of the foreign silvers. Still got a bunch of the beautiful barber dimes left. Most of the Indian cents are still available. Got 2 Flying Eagles still available. Yeah, those are some really nice sets. Both of the big items from tonight are available. $53 Arrows and Rays seated quarter EF. Still available at $100. I think it's $100. Should probably make sure. Yeah, $100 for that guy. It's a Lady Liberty, I should say, that gal. So if anybody's interested in this one, $100. Yeah, Joe, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it. And then here's the dime. Seated Liberty, 1842 New Orleans in VF. And 130 for that one. Somebody wants both of these, I'll knock $30 off of it. I'll say both of these for $200 even. For 30 seconds. The only time you'll ever get this deal. 20 seconds. Both for 200. $10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Right, anything else anybody wanted to see? Don't worry, Ramon. It'll all be available again. Oh, just a reminder, everybody, you only have 4 days left to get your questions for Rick Snow submitted. So make sure you do that. We've only got 2 questions for him so far. I'm sure there's got to be more people out there that would like to ask Rick Snow, of all people, a question. And again, it's not going to be a live stream. We're taking the camera gear there, doing the interview, recording it, and then when we get home, we're posting it. So it's not like you're going to be able to ask and chat. Question, how? How what? You're asking how you submit questions. You submit them either to our email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, or you go to the original announcement video on our channel and leave your question as a comment on that video. And then we will jot down all the questions and take them with us. And we will ask him. And he will answer on camera. I randomly looked over and saw this sitting there. 90% silver, 1/10 Balboa from Panama in VF. Anybody want this for $3? I just saw it sitting there. All right, well, if nobody wants to see anything again or has any questions or wants to know if we've got anything, then I am going to say goodnight. Everybody, thanks for coming out and hanging out. We appreciate it. And I'm going to get to work on getting invoices sent out. We'll have another penny box hunt video coming before too much longer. I just got to find the time to do it. I've already got the box. I just got to go through it all. So that's on the way. And then, of course, next week we're doing the interview with Rick. So that video will be coming next week. How much more shipping for the flat rate? $4.50. $4.50. Okay, so 4 or $3.50. $3.50. Have I adequately confused you yet? All right, so I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a great night.